Before we begin, go to the main menu and press select on the mode options in this order. If you do it right, you should hear a little click. This is a cheat code which lets you unlock Avatar Aang and Nightmare Korra without having to do the story mode. There's no reason you shouldn't know this. Anyway, Nightmare Korra, huh? That was a practical B&B, by the way. I've had this game for 2 days now, and to my disappointment, I really have not seen too much content or tech about this character floating around, especially on this site, so I wanted to make a quick list of some cool shit I found with her, just general notes. First of all, of course, she is the teleport character, and that's for the good and for the bad. There's a ton of shit that she just does not have to worry about, and her cross-ups are crazy, but on the other hand, the lack of normal movement options is very annoying. Now, about her combo theory, the main thing is that the combos are divided into two groups. Those that combo with 2C and those that combo with 5C. 2C does more damage, but 5C goes further. 2C mainly does more damage because it combos into 236C, which goes into this. This combo is a little tight, but it is absolutely crucial if you want to play this character. Because she kind of lacks a strong neutral presence, you have to make sure you milk every single hit for all it's worth. And speaking of which, you can get a little extra damage from all these combos by ending in super, because you can do that. Sure. This will happen fairly frequently because NK doesn't have a level 7 and also her 3 free EX specials. And also of her 3 EX specials, 2 cost only 1 orb, while the third one is rarely used. That doesn't mean they're not good, they're both very strong indeed, which honestly makes it even stranger as to why they're so cheap. Now let's talk about her buttons. Most of them are very straightforward, but the ones worth mentioning are the C normals, because holy shit, they are all really good. 5C is like a jump scare. It has a massive hitbox. If any opponent is trying to approach you carelessly, you can just throw this out and buffer like 236A or B, and you'll get some sort of combo off of it. The only issue is, like I said, it doesn't do a lot of damage. Its combos are mediocre and Oki is not very strong in this game, but still, it's a very good button. 2C. It's very obvious what it does, and it does that really well. You should always buffer this into 236C. It does have a gap, but it doesn't really matter. I heard somewhere that this game doesn't have good anti-airs, which I don't personally believe is true, but if it is true, this character is absolutely an exception. Lastly, the button you've probably heard the most about, J2C. It's both one of the most important neutral tools and one of her best combo starters. Against aggressive opponents, jump back and charge. Against passive opponents, super jump or teleport forward and charge. The combos you get off of this are finicky and take us some getting used to, but generally you can 2C afterwards for about 500 damage with super. Easily one of the cheapest and most fun buttons she has. I lastly want to touch on her supports. Of these, Dark Spirit is the one I've explored the least. It provides cheap damage on normals, however my playstyle tends to revolve around actually hitting the opponent, and I tend to learn pressure late into a game, so I can't comment on it too much. Okay, so I'm typing this while looking at the game, and the more I play around with NK in training mode, the more I believe this character was not programmed right. So, remember how I said that the core of NK's high damage combos is 2C, 236C, right? Well, the reason the timing on that is so weird is because you have to flow cancel the 236C. Now, I was under the impression that you can do that with any support, but let me explain. There are 3 supports, Vatu, Unalak, and Spirit. Vatu lets you flow cancel your 236 specials. Unalak enhances 236 specials when at 0 energy. Spirit makes your normals and command normals chip damage on block. Now, Unalak is the important one here. When playing with him, NK essentially switches between 2 modes. No energy and some energy. No energy is generally better because you get actual combos out of 5C. However, while labbing, I noticed that for some reason, 236C sometimes flow cancels late, dropping the combo. This is because when having energy, 236C isn't flow cancelable. Now, this is really weird. Vato claims to add flow cancelability to all 236 specials. However, in practice, only one special is actually affected by this, 236A. B variant doesn't work, and C is always cancelable, regardless of support, unless it's Unalak and you have some energy, which doesn't make sense because Unalak should only enhance your specials, not make them worse. And so, I think this is a mistake. Think about it. Also, why would a support, why would Vatu affect only one move? I think it makes a lot of sense that 236C probably shouldn't be flow cancelable. This is why I titled the video something like Why You Should Play Nightmare Korra. We might be looking at the only patch of this game where 236C is cancelable on Unalak and Spirit. But yeah, that's just my general notes after playing the game for like 2 days. I have some more things to say, especially on Unalak. However, upon realizing that the support is broken, I think I'll go back to lab on him. I have nothing to do for like a week, so I'm probably just gonna grind out this game while it's fresh. But yeah, let me know if you have any Korra tech or ideas you want to share. And yeah, that's about it.